Hello and welcome to my origami butterfly tutorial. Origami is the ancient art of paper folding where you can transform a simple piece of paper into something incredible. Not only is origami great fun, but it's also good for practicing mindfulness, which is being in the moment and being aware of your senses. So whilst you follow along, take time to do each step carefully, slow down, don't worry if it's not perfect, and enjoy the process. So let's get started. What you need for this tutorial is an A4 piece of paper, some scissors, a pencil, and something to colour with. That could be felt tips, colouring pencils, crayons, whatever you've got to hand. So the first thing we're going to need to do is create some squares from our A4 piece of paper. To do this, I just folded this bottom corner carefully up to meet the top edge, making sure it lines up nice and neatly, and then I just need to crease this new fold. Next I'm going to grab my scissors and I'm going to cut off this triangle that we have created with that fold. So I'm going to put that triangle to one side and I'm going to create two smaller squares from this new rectangle. So again, I'm going to fold a corner over to carefully meet the opposite edge and fold that line. And then spin it round and do the same with the other end. So now I've kind of got two triangles linked by a rectangle in the middle. And I'm going to use my scissors and cut those triangles off. I'm going to get rid of that scrap rectangle, and then if we unfold all our triangles, we can see that we have created three squares from our A4 piece of paper, one large and two small. Just going to pop these smaller squares out the way and we're going to start with our large square first. The first fold I'm going to make is the opposite triangle. I'm going to unfold that. And now I'm going to fold my square into rectangles across the centre. And the same the opposite way. So now if I unfold that, you can see that I've got the X and the plus creased in my paper. I'm going to fold that back over into the rectangle. Now this is called a squash fold. I'm going to push that edge in to form a triangle on that side. And then the same with the other side, squash the side in and we form a triangle there. So you should have this shape. For the next step, we're going to fold that triangle in half to form a smaller triangle and crease firmly along those edges as they're quite thick now. And a little bit of a cheat, because you shouldn't use scissors in origami, but we're just going to curve off that corner carefully and get rid of those little scraps. Okay, so the next step is to unfold that. So now I've got a triangle with some curved edges. Taking just the top layer, we're going to fold that up to meet the centre line, so our curve is towards the top, and do the same on the other side. So just the top layer, folding it up so that those curves meet in the centre. I'm going to flip the whole thing over. I'm going to take the point from the bottom and fold it up so it goes past the top line. You can see there that it points up past the top line and crease in the centre. Now don't worry about those bottom curves folding up, that's absolutely fine. I'm going to flip it back over. You can see where that little point comes over the edge. I'm going to fold that back on itself and press that down nice and hard. Now we're on to our last step. I'm going to carefully fold the whole thing up in half. You need to press quite firmly here because it's quite thick. And open it out. There we go. We have created an origami butterfly. And now you can repeat the process with your 2 smaller squares. And so here you can see we've got our large butterfly and our 2 mini ones. Now that you have created your origami butterfly, you can make it even more beautiful by adding some colour. So to do this, I'm going to need to unfold my last 2 steps. So that's the head and then back down into this shape here. This means that I can see clearly that I have 2 front wings, 2 back wings, and the little triangle at the bottom is going to be the head. Now I need to find some inspiration for my butterfly colours and pattern. I'm simply just searching butterfly on Pinterest, but you can do so online. So I'm going to scroll through till I find something inspiring. I like the colours and the patterns in this one, so all I need to do is copy this onto here. I've used felt tips here, but you could use paint or colouring pencils or crayons. All I need to do is refold those last few steps, crease it nice and firmly, and there we go. We have a completed colourful butterfly craft. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks for watching!